Hiya.
It's Friday the 15th of March and we're back from the south of Bulgaria. We went down a couple of weeks ago.
About 16, 17 days ago.
Yeah, to Sheynovets, which is a little village in the Haskovo region, just sort of north of the Greek border. We went down there to install some radiators for our friend Neil. I think back in December, I can't remember the exact episode, but we showed that we went down there and put a Rayburn in. We had no loft access to be able to sort of put the pipework in for the radiators, so this trip was to go down
and make a loft access.
With a loft ladder kit, and then cutting one of the beams supporting it, cutting through the plasterboard, which is very difficult. It's not difficult to cut through plasterboard, but when you don't know what's behind it, so you have to sort of put pilot drills through and hope you're not going to come against the beam. So yeah, it makes it all a little bit difficult. Whilst we were down there, we had a couple of Sundays off, didn't we? So the first Sunday we went to
the fort.
Yeah, we went to the fort at Mezek, or the Mezek fort, which is a medieval fort, again on the border with Greece. Although I think borders have shifted all over the place in Bulgaria over the generations. We also went to I can pronounce this correctly, the Sheynovets mountain peak.
Which was very high.
Very high. Scared Teresa. The road is a bit windy and
drops.
And there's a memorial up there for some soldiers in the Balkan conflict from the First World War. They were the first Bulgarian soldiers to lose their lives in defence of Bulgaria.
You can probably hear Dex. Ignore him. He's having a funny 5 minutes. Ghosts.
Ghosty. It's the sheep. He doesn't like the
bells.
The bells on the sheep and the dogs that are with the sheep. So he's out there barking his head off. We brought him in, but then I couldn't make the video because every time we opened our mouths to say something, he'd bark again. Anyway, the second Sunday we went and saw a friend of mine, Neil, another Neil,
and Ivana.
Yeah, and
little Kai,
who he's a friend of mine from a solar forum on Facebook. Very knowledgeable chap. It was very interesting, and we spent a nice evening with them.
We had a beautiful Thai meal.
Yep, absolutely.
Cooked by Neil.
Yeah. And Dex had a friend.
He did.
I can't remember the name of the dog.
Fulton,
that's it. Who's an ex-mountain rescue dog. And they got on like a house on fire. It was brilliant. So that was good. So
but I didn't like the drive. Their drive.
It's not so much of a drive as a kind of a track.
It's not even a track.
It's the sort
what's left of the track.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing that Land Rover absolutely fine. In fact, good fun with the Land Rover or something.
Vauxhall Combi.
In a little Vauxhall Combo van. It's not the ideal track up, but there you go. So here's some video. I'll show a little bit of Neil's. I don't show an awful lot in of the work in Neil's house. Although he doesn't mind, it just feels a bit intrusive filming too much.
We did actually also fit his kitchen. He needed the rest of his cupboards put up and worktop, so we did that.
Yep. Just sort of basically jiggling the cupboards he already had around because of having put the Rayburn in. We'd had to take cupboards off walls and things like that to make a space for the Rayburn. So we'll show you some of that and the trip to the mountain peaks, and that's about it, isn't it? We'll come back to you at the end. So it's slightly different weather to the last time we stopped in this spot. This is where we took shelter when we were crossing the Balkans and Storm Irene came through back in November. because the rain and the wind was so strong, the storm front come through. Quite different today, absolutely gorgeous. So we're actually crossing the Balkans at the moment. This is the road we've just come up. And this is the bit I don't like about Bulgaria. All this rubbish, people stop and just chuck it out. It's such a shame. So we're now about 25 kilometres south of Yamble. Stopped to give Dexter a quick walk and some water, and as usual any little place on the side of the road becomes a dumping spot. I'm not sure what kind of possesses people to think that, oh look, there's a load of rubbish there, I'll chuck mine on top of it. Bloody disgusting. Such a shame, it's such a beautiful country, and there doesn't seem to be any problem with people just chucking their rubbish anywhere. Anyway, that's Dexter all walked, watered. We've got about another hour to go to get to Sheynovets, and the sun is shining. So it's 5 o'clock and we're now in Sheynovets at Neil's house. He's had all his walls nicely rendered since we were last here. But we've got the garden to do and radiators put in, but we're now just going to settle in, try and get some heat, have some tea, a glass of beer, and then I'm not working tomorrow, it's Sunday tomorrow, so I'm going to, every day we've been down this area we've always been working, so I've said to him we're here tomorrow but just having a day off and then crack on from Monday. So we've come out from Neil's today for a look at a couple of the local sites. This one is the Mezek fortress, which is a medieval Thracian fortress in the hills, sort of near to Sheynovets, Haskovo sort of region. And I suppose because it's out of season, it doesn't look like there's any well, it doesn't look like there's any sort of entrance fee. I don't know yet until we get down to the gates, but it all looks to be quite open. I know there is somebody down there. Trees are trying to control Dexter. She's put a leash on him. No, not well, a muzzle, what do they call it? Halty. A halty. He keeps pulling, so she's trying to train him. This is the view from the castle, or the fortress. Dexter spotted another dog. You can certainly see why it was a fortress. A very high strategic position here. There's a gun emplacement here. Obviously much later as it's concrete. I'm guessing sort of Second World War. It looks like a machine gun post. Can't see it from here, but around the other side is a portal which looks straight out over this direction. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing it's Second World War. So we've come to another spot. I can't pronounce the name. I'll probably do a voiceover for this, to be honest.
Bloody eye.
But this Teresa's been shitting bricks all the way up.
You're not allowed to say that. Poo in her pants.
Poo in her pants all the way up here. It's a single track road, very, very windy. Big drops either side. So yeah, it's interesting. Teresa didn't want to look, but the views up here are spectacular. It was again, it was another it was a military post in the Balkan Wars, not the Serbian Balkan Wars, the Second World War Balkan part of the wars. So you've got a encampment there. I mean, these views are incredible. That's looking out over that lake's in Greece, so we're looking out over Greece now, and then in that direction is Turkey. So this was the drive up here, and the walk was definitely worth the view. It's a little bit breezy, so hopefully you can hear this. So the view out in that direction is Bulgaria, sweeping across. So this is the end of the Rundolpi Mountains. Now we're looking out over Greece. So down there is Greece. And then as you come round, in that direction is Turkey. And it's a little bit hazy, so you can't see it so well, but you can actually see across into Turkey. Really stunning views. So this is what we've been doing this last week in Oroshets. I'd been down before and just installed the immersion tank for our friend Neil. And from a previous video, you'll see I just had a header tank on there temporarily. So I've been down here to put all the radiators in, move the tank up into the loft, but there wasn't any access to the loft when they did all the plastering and cladding. They didn't put a loft hatch in, so the first job I had to do was put this loft hatch in. It's not quite the holes cut, I've just got to go around the edges and tidy it up, but that's the loft ladder. So coming up into the loft, lots of memorabilia up here. There was all old photographs and all sorts of things. Much bigger loft than our house. It's got a very low roof, but this one you can actually stand up in. So there's the header tank slowly filling up. I've got to go around wiping the pipes off. They're still where they've got flux on. They're going a bit green. I wiped them off initially, but I'll do a better job. So pipe work comes along, down into the kitchen, across, and then down into the bedrooms and the hallway downstairs. So it's done in parallel, so you can turn each radiator off independently. I've got to come up and check that no leaks as it's filling up, but so far nothing. So back down. If there's leaks, I'm in trouble, because it means I've got to drain the system down again to be able to fix it. So fingers crossed there's no leaks. So there's one radiator here, installed in the usual place below the window, pipe work going round through the wall into the next bedroom. This one, there's a recess behind the door, and because of the funny configuration of the windows, and also just lack of pipe, probably wouldn't have had enough, that one's been installed just inside the door, but you can't put any furniture there, and the door opens fully because of this recess. So that's the pipe work. So it's coming across and down into, Neil's got one bedroom down below. The rest of down below should be heated by the heat loss radiator in the bathroom downstairs, and then there's an Arga which should heat the kitchen and the living room quite easily. So that's where it goes through and into the other bedroom. And then the last one is here in the sort of upstairs kitchen. All the radiators need cleaning up, they're all a bit grubby. And it goes back up into the roof, into the ceiling rather. Certainly wasn't an easy job. The biggest problem being that where they put false walls with plywood, you don't know what's behind, so you're cutting all the holes blind, and it's just not easy to get the pipes in anywhere because you don't know what anything is. The same with hanging the radiators, you don't know what's behind. I mean, this one was fairly straightforward because it was straight into an outer wall. And these have got a proper mud brick or brick wall, but the cladding is about an inch away from the wall. So you're going through, then you're hitting insulation, which tries to wrap itself around the drill. So it's been a bit of a nightmare, but we've got there in the end. So I've now just got to go and check for leaks. Oh, there's one more radiator downstairs, so I'm going to show you that. So in here you've got the heat loss radiator going up. That's before it goes up to the tank. And then the last bedroom is in here. All a mess because I haven't finished tidying everything up yet. So that comes down at the ceiling, down and in. So up in the loft, there's the tank all installed and lagged. Pipes down into the kitchenette, across and down to go into the bedrooms. It's quite a nice big loft this, it could be floored out quite nicely for storage.
So here we are down at Sheynovets, and look what we've just found, our first stalk of this year. So
Martinitz has come off.
Yeah, Martinitz can come off.
No, we're going to wait until there's one up in our part.
Yeah, we'll wait till we're back home in Silistra. But yeah,
typically,
lovely.
All done at Sheynovets, just about to set off home. And we got a soft tyre. I've got a spare. But I've got my toolbox is right at the very bottom, so I'd have to completely unpack the van again. Not really sort of thinking ahead, but it's soft, so I'm hoping I can find somebody with a pump to just pump it up a bit, because I think that's just gone down overnight. I don't think it's a proper puncher, it's just, well, it's obviously a puncher, but a slow puncher. Just typical of our luck. I think Neil's house in Sheynovets is jinxed us. We had a puncher last time we came down here. Oh well, such is life. So that's what we got up to in the south of Bulgaria. We're now back in the north of Bulgaria. Home! It's a good 6 or 7 hour drive, so we stopped in our usual staging post.
Oh,
Adam and
free
Lynn.
B&B.
Free B&B. Thank you, Adam, Lynn and Max.
From our little Bulgarian adventure.
Yep. We had a lovely meal.
A lovely evening.
What's that noise?
Pressure cooker.
Ah. It's alright, we got a pressure cooker going with a timer on it. Had a lovely meal. Adam cooked beef. Well, it was a roast.
Sous vide.
But he's sous vide the beef. Yeah, I've never. So on one of his videos,
I think that's what he calls it.
Yeah, it's basically boiling a bag, very slowly. But it turned out absolutely beautiful. So
oh, we had a lovely roast dinner. So really nice.
One of his videos, they're going to have to explain how that. We had some copper tubing and some fittings left over from Neil's, which he said I could have. Plus, I've already got a load from when we put our Rayburn in. So in the next video, I'm planning to show. I'm basically going to make a small solar water heater, just to provide a bit of hot water for the summer kitchen. Save having to try and plumb in hot water from anywhere else. I've also got a cunning plan involving the wind turbine and the fact that Adam and Lynn are coming to visit within the next 2 weeks. Be warned, Adam.
Run, Adam.
So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week, isn't it? Oh, you're going to mention your uncle.
Yes, we've got a new subscriber and a new member of my family that I've just got to know. So, hello, Uncle Clive.
Great Uncle Bulgaria, apparently.
Uncle Bulgaria, Colin. There we go. This is Mr. Colin.
So Colin's come to say hello, just as we're about to say goodbye. So it's goodbye until the next time.
Bye.
Please like and subscribe. It always helps get these videos noticed.
Yes.
And we really would like to try and get up to 1,000 subscribers.
We don't normally ask, but we are so close now. So,
Well, a couple of hundred off.
no, we're not a couple of hundred.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Come on, guys.
Up the numbers.
Tap that button.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hiya.
That's not... I don't normally do that.
No, no, but I always go quiet.
We stopped for an evening with Adam and Lynn.
From our little Bulgarian adventure.
Yeah, and the indomitable... No, I can't say it.
Max.
That one. Indomitable.
Just Max.
Max. Yep, as always.
Tested out their new spare bed.
Well, that doesn't sound right. I don't think we better put that bit in.
Slept on their new spare bed. It's not good.
Hello.
Hiya.
It's...
Do it again.